Greetings, fellow bedridden patients. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld: The Boundless Witch. Episode 36. We really need to buy some antibiotics. Still no corset. Ugh, come on, Joker. What are you even doing, Joker? Taylor, dude. I could shoot some walls and chase it out. It will leave on its own. It's not a really big deal. It's only a big deal if there's an infestation. Anyway. Alright, we haven't done the mining yet. Machining table is getting installed. Shadow host. Hosting for single-phages. If I accept, seven single-phages will arrive at the Hollow, different directions, spend several hours discussing their own secret issues, and depart. I can betray them. That's way too many. I don't know if there's going to be hunters, though. But honestly, the rewards are pretty poop. Like, $300 for this risk? Nah. Chief Dog, thank you for the resub. Yeah, I mean, normally I would consider it, but the reward money was god awful. So yeah, just forget it. All right, 3 hours. Ageless, surprisingly not, Night Knave, wouldn't even work because Ageless only kicks in when you're 18, so you can't be a child forever. I think. No, maybe 13. Maybe I'm wrong. Ageless. No, it only kicks in at 18 and a half. So you would have to be 18 and a half, and then you'd not be aging up thereafter. Okay, that was a pretty good tend. And we're at 47. I should be able to... Yeah, I can preach health again. It's probably been the case for a while now. And then here, shred mechanoids or drones, forever, definitely top priority. And Joker can't do it. Right, so let's have Witch do it. Because Joker's too young to smith, I just realized. Yep, and there, perfect. Got our money. Well, slowly, there's a lot of stuff here, but slowly this stuff is getting moved. And we'll move everything in there. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Crap. Oh, yeah. Was this... Oh, interesting. This was one of the... Okay, so this was one of the fox squirrels that fought and then got back up and probably tried to kill me and then got deadfall trapped. So I didn't want it to die, but I don't feel that bad because it was a hostile critter anyway. The problem is it's a rotten one, so let's dump it here. So rotten animals get dumped here. And rotten entities as well, I guess. Oh. Are you any good? Male 2? You know what? Congratulations! Welcome to the team. Moro, would you be so kind as to sentience that one too? It's young enough, doesn't have, why not? And then you, as soon as it gets implanted, go to the ranch for training. And that's why I bought a spare. Ranch time. Ranch time. Well, whatever, when you wake up. Oh, fluffalopes! Oh, there's fluffalopes here! So fluffalopes are just like fluffy creatures that live to 22. Maybe I'll tame the younger ones. So let's not tame them all. And they're woolly. Which is not bad. So I'm going to tame the females, because are they milkable? They might not be milkable. Wool. Not milk. But yeah, we'll tame the females, so I don't have like breeding pairs, because I don't need to be overrun. But they can be in the ranch, and we'll ranch them for their wool. Their fluffy, fluffy wool. And that's going to be really good for like cold clothing, because, you know, we do live in a frozen cave. Cheers. Is it? Yeah, let's get another light. It's like dark right there. Actually, we don't need this door. What? That door serves no purpose. So let's put in the light, but we don't need the door. Bang face, you can deconstruct the door. The door was originally for... because there wasn't all one temperature. But it's all one temperature now, so the door is really unnecessary. And that way it's easier to move around and better lit. God, you are... I almost want to just, like, release you to the wild somewhere else, because you are just... you're a struggle bus. I feel bad keeping you as a pet. I know you're bonded. There we go! We got a fluffalope! Let's have a associated pen. So this is a pen for a fluffalope. Good job, Morrow. And these have no, like, revenge chance. Oh, there's two. Oops. And eventually they'll be do beds, but for now we'll do sleeping spots, because Witch is not able to get up. And we're going to have a lot more, like, ranching, because this all can be part of the ranch. We can have one contiguous ranch all around the kill box. Which means maybe do a granite... well, I have to do the deadfall traps first, and then we'll do a granite fence to keep them from self-harm. That also means we have a giveaway for the fluffies. And they don't have any sort of training, I don't think. Yeah, just tameness. We could all implant them for, like, guard, but they're fluffalopes. They don't need a fight. They just need to be sheared. And there's the third. That didn't take very long. I'm so glad that we're starting to get, like, a mix of critters. For the longest time, it was just, like, only Omu and no variety. And now we have a big old variety, which is fantastic. And their wool is, I think, pretty good if memory serves. Fluffalope wool. Yup. Terrible armor stats, but beautiful, and very cold resistant. So, A+ stuff. There are some things, like the advanced components, that I'm a little worried about, so I'm going to haul them, because, you know, raiders could just, like, scoop it. Same with the Glow World meds. But we got rid of all the shelves, so slowly this is getting phased out. But we need to make sure that things don't get lost. Granite basin. Bigger desires, resources. It's skunk. There are 3? Guys, what are you asking for? 700 silver? Can you even carry that? Do we arrest skunk? I believe they're member of a neutral faction. Sunt Confederation, I don't think is. Yeah, that's a neutral faction. It's of no consequence. They're a 3-year-old, and the reason why I'm interested is all of the children we've added so far, we've had like no time to really train them, to teach them, because they were too young. But this is one of the instances where like there's a legit chance to actually be a good parent. And not only that, but Witch is almost of parenting age. She is 1 quadrum away from 18. Not that I believe in like teenage pregnancy, but she's not the one getting pregnant. To be fair. Should it even be a question? I mean, maybe not. So the other thing is, if we do that, I need a prison somewhere, because our old prison is obviously occupied. What kind of clothing is Skunk wearing? Because I don't want them to lose fingers like the last time we did this did. So you have a wool. So you would need new clothing pretty quickly, but you aren't going to freeze to death immediately. Maybe what we'll do is put you here, because this is like secured and also temperate-ish. It's like winter, but like you're not going to die. So yeah, arresting skunk. Now the issue, of course, is Witch is Witch was not tended by anyone good. Ooh. I don't know who tended her. Witch is still recovering from sleeping sickness and is not able to be a lot hands-on with this process. Yeah, Snarf had it rough. Snarf, I mean, I really need to do more for Snarf than just like a hole in the ground. I know that. We've just been working in defenses for the longest time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a kid's parka. And this is just going to be a one-off. Eventually, oh god, do I am out of cloth? Shoot. It's not good. Well, we'll have wool soon, I guess. But with that in mind, it is pretty cold. So, let's roof this back up and then switch this over. Now we got to keep plants. So don't bed rest Witch briefly so she can go farm and do some stuff. And the Flufflopes are all set. So we got Ancient Venom, and I know I need to convert her. So prisoner, convert. We have Venom. Really, Venom? Okay, Venom. Coldus. Or Colis, Sada. Sorry for botching your name, truly. And Saburai. I'll do 2 words. Yeah, kind of regret all those fluffy beds I made. Well, yeah, I really am out of. I have a little bit of cloth here that's on the floor, so I can make a parka. But I don't have a lot. And then I'm not only going to want a parka, I'm also going to want a romper, too. I'm going to need both. But I should have the materials for it, because they're small. But yeah, let's get them moving. I might want to cancel the shade cone and just get refunded. And now we are roofing this up so that it can grow in the winter. So it's temperate now. Sweet. And Witch will be converting Skunk. And I think what I'm going to do is have bed rest set to 2. So, I don't want her doing childcare, so I'll set that to 3. So, the only reason she gets out of bed is for Skunk. Yeah, is for Skunk. And growing for now, I'm going to raise up because we're going to run out of food if I'm not a little more proactive, especially given that we're heading into the winter. We have to hygiene them? Yes. So what I'm doing right now is they will be moved in here in a prison and given proper furniture and like I have a granite basin here and we'll even do like a jade shower or granite shower. So they'll have proper amenities. I just didn't want to move them in here until they had warmer clothing because it's a bit too dangerous for them to be in here. But they'll have what they need soon. I'm just waiting on the parka and the romper. Uh-oh. Other map tile, never mind. Map tile that I was hypothetically going to use and never did. And then a latrine. Yep. Do I have a free latrine? Yeah, I do. Mora was the one that bad tended Witch. Yep. I'll try to intervene in this next time. Okay. Oh. No. Gah. So nasty. Witch, close your eyes. Don't look at it. Actually, somehow you didn't notice you had a dead body in your hands. I don't know how that worked, but it's amazing. Yeah, stone toilet. A stone toilet actually doesn't sound terrible if it was warmed. A cold one, yeah, that's a different matter. But like sitting on a warm stone wouldn't offend me. Yes, but the prison is really cold, so the toilet must be too. Yes, fair. All right, how are you doing? About to break. Yeah. Yep. Deliver food, convert. Now, converting a 3-year-old should be pretty easy, to be fair. Shouldn't take too long. Which they do need water. In fact, they're warm enough. Let's transfer cells. Because they're wearing a toque. Because I'm more worried about them, like, dying of thirst. If we don't. And then we have the clothing, I think, to wear already. We have the romper somewhere. So there's a kid's parka. I think that's not even the one we made, so someone swapped in for that. Oh, yeah, here's another one. So force target to wear parka. There. And now negative 35, they're fine, and then we'll switch out their bad clothing eventually. Or strip them down or something. Alright, I know we're hypothermic, but hunger or thirst needs attending. Okay, there we go. Alright, get warm. And then I will tend the sleeping sickness once she's warmer, because I don't need the manipulation malice for poor medical tending. Well, okay. Animals, ranch, people, behind walls. Mini turrets spun up. Hospital mini turret right here. Vermeer drafted. Witch, can you make the spike traps? And then move, once you're closer, move Vermeer to like be the choke point. 'Cause if I lose a robot, I'll just like bring them back. So, Distant Shriek indicates Sight Stealer. So they're not... Oh, crap. Are you child? No, you're not. And the proximity detectors we do have, they'll go off once they get close. So I'm going to have Vermeer go dormant mech right there, knowing that I'll have time to draft them when the proximity detector goes off. And then I guess at that point we'll get the turrets on. You need food, but apart from food, you're actually pretty well taken care of. And then you're... So, yeah, let's do tend. 130 maximum. Sweet. And then a pre-chill. And then a deliver food and convert. This is a pretty plush cell. Now, she... yeah, is farming. Good. And the other turret got moved. So the other... I don't have dead power close enough to it. So let's move the dead power, like, here. That should connect all of them. But, should be okay. Shriek, that is. So... You want to eat cannibal food, but I can't help you there. What I do need to do is I need to strip off the rest of your clothing. Anyone could do that. So Fangface, you're awake. Go do that. And then only leave the parka in there. And then we'll force wear. We'll do the romper next. So just haul. Haul. Strip. Haul. Alright. So your temperature tolerance isn't quite there yet. The romper's still in... It's almost done. And then Fangface, you can force wear the toque. Because they're in prison, so they're not going to... They're not at risk of... They're at no health risk, really. Wearing a toque in a clean, pollution-free prison. The other thing is, what is Area 1? I forget. Okay, I don't need Area 1. Pet stockpile. So what this zone is going to be is so that the animals that I have can, like, keep working. I'm going to put another stockpile over there. I'm going to have a temporary zone called pet stockpile so they can move, like, this crap out, and then also... This chem fuel should be hauled before Site Stealer comes. The pet stockpile will also allow them to like be in here as well. I'm gonna crudely paint it, but that allows the pets to still work a bit while also knowing that their a distant shriek just rang out and I shouldn't go outside too far. Animals. Stockpile, stockpile, stockpile. Wow, they're all trained. Oh my goodness. Stockpile. Awesome. So much training. So almost. Oh, you were supposed to be raffled. Doc Randall, that's yours now. Right, I didn't miss anyone, I think. Cyber Eye was the last one. Okay, cool. All right, Kid Romper's done. Joker's holding it. So we'll... Worst target to wear. And now your temperature tolerance is going to be -27. You're totally fine. So, your needs are met. You just have to eat non-cannibal food and sleep in the cold. But, yeah, you're good. Oh, God. Okay, this is a big... No. So, the animals got in the wrong spot because of the propped open door. So, we gotta rope them. Get out. There we go. Alright, Witch. You have Sleeping Sickness 87. Over 44. You're gonna be fine. So, I'm just gonna basically have you keep working, because we really need a farmer. We were down to, like, 200, 300 food. Sun Tzu, you are starving. I am going to allow Pet Stockpile to get access to that one meat stack for food. And then... he might not want to eat that. Alright, I guess eat the rice. I don't believe in... Oh no, you're eating it. Oh, but that's Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu's different. Sun Tzu, you are going to be set to Pet Stockpile as well. Even though you know how to haul, but like you only have 2 paws. So I guess I'll allow you to haul still. Just don't guard. And Void Purification just got done. So, let's do Void Sculptures next. I'm just going to choose it. Because if we're going to provoke the Void, I'd like to be able to do it well. And then we can start to do, like, draw Shamblers and draw animals. Well, yeah, I'm going to do draw animals first, actually. And then to Shamblers and Flesh Beasts. Because it's a useful tool to have at our disposal. So, what's... This Distant Shriek, is this... What map tile does that reference? I don't even know. I don't want to be holed up for, like, the potential of a Site Stealer raid that is never coming. Smoke Spewer for Sally. Sally, you are 36 years old. No, that's not going to happen. All right, this stockpile is totally full, so let's do the other half. And I know we need, like, shelves. That's, like, a huge part of the problem. God, if only I had my perimeter walls up, I could just, like, expand the ranch up here if I just had, like, a few extra walls. The other thing I just realized is the marsh that I'm using to slow down enemies might need to be warmed in the winter. So what I might need is, like, a door here and a door here that's forced open so they can stick a heater in there to actually, like, warm it up so it doesn't freeze up. Although ice is not easy to walk on either. It's just not as slow as a marsh. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Alright, I'm gonna drop the red lights. I'm not... The Sight Stealer might have showed up here on the other tile. I'm not certain. It's kind of weird. So there is the potential of a raid incoming, but I'm not... Because I don't know for sure, I'm gonna drop the warning lights. Maybe what I'll do is allow them out, but keep them quite close to adjust the close zone, and maybe keep Joker behind the walls to adjust the close zone so they don't go out too far. Because I don't want the threat of a Sight Stealer to, like, keep me... Plus, like, Sight Stealers aren't, like, super dangerous. They're annoying more than they are lethal. So here's a new close zone where they can keep working, but they won't go too far from potential help. And then Joker will be behind the walls. And I don't want to risk my animals either. But I just don't want to be in perpetual lockdown. It's kind of annoying. It's gone converting pretty quick. Still waiting on that corset. My God. Morrow and Doc Randall have formed a bond. Okay. Animals. Done. And you can be the... Yeah, that's perfect. Like it. So Witch, let's take a look. You don't need any more medical tending, so I'm going to drop your doctor's going to be at 1, your firefight back at 1, your bed rest 4, you don't need any more bed rest. You're going to help with the child care still, and basic, and wardening, so we're good. And now with the walls up, as you can see, there's only going to be a really small chunk in here that's going to need concrete, like, plant blocking. Not too bad. And our hauler pets are pretty much finished. So this is a bit of a risk. But I'm going to go back to pet hauling for the pets. Yeah, even Scorpio. And then ranch to Sun Tzu. And then the ranch zone is going to now include the outer area. It'll take me a second to paint, and I'm going to probably adjust it once I have the kill box, the deadfall trap area. But the new ranch zone will also allow them to graze this area, because some of them are should be able to go out there like Sun Tzu. I'll stay away from the corpses. Cool. And I'll keep them away from the northern wall. But yeah, that means Silent Rider should be able to be out there, and then Sun Tzu should be able to be out there. Because it's not that much more dangerous. Especially once we get these walls in, and then we start to move turrets. Speaking of turrets, let's get some of the ones that are in here out there. So, I'm going to have dead power as an inner U, and then live power as an outer one, knowing, yes, I will need to get rid of that to complete the circuit. That should work. And then I still have to work out where I'm going to have the deadfall traps, but it's pretty good defense. Oh, I think we went far and wide to move those corpses. That's a bit of a waste. Manpower, but whatever. Oh, and there's an edible one out there still. Take you off doctoring? Yeah. Good call. Still waiting on that corset. I might need to ditch the idea of a lab coat. Unless Joker can finally make the corset and... Or lab coat's made of wool. That's a possibility too, once we start to get a wool supply. I guess that's fine. Door there. It looks a little awkward. But yeah, this will be the door that has to close. No, that doesn't really work. I don't know. I'll keep thinking. Because this door doesn't. I'll leave it for now. There's enough to build that I'm not in any rush to figure that out. Alright, Witch. I want you to stop researching fabrication as much as I really want fabrication up. We're going to deprioritize that so you can construct. You can keep that on because Mara will research. But I really want her building. Yeah, I think my guess is the Scream was the other map tile or something. Because... I mean, it's been a minute. That Scream was, 3 days ago? So I feel like if I was gonna get attacked, it would have happened. I think. Bankface, why aren't you mining? Oh, I put you in construct 1? Alright, there we go. Oh, crap. That shouldn't happen twice, because there's walls here. So it's a really strange defense, but it should work. The other thing I can have is to go ahead and counsel Fangface. He's only upset about that lost friend roll for like 10 more. Oh, it's too late. Well, we made him more pissed off, so I guess it was good that he had a mental break, because he's now angrier. Plus, wouldn't the music have changed? Sometimes the music doesn't. It's not a guarantee. Now, the other struggle I'm going to have is I don't really want Omu here. I'm going to continue to roof up this section so there's no grazable crops, but then I'll also probably incorporate some sort of fence structure to keep the wild animals from, like, wandering in. And I keep you from having a mental break too. Royal tribute. Well, I'm not selling a 3-year-old to you, that's for sure. I feel a little bit safer with a royal tribute, though. Because if there's site stealers, they have to go through the tribute collector as well. I think all of the granite chunks are hauled now. No, maybe not. There's a few left. Converted! Alright, now we recruit. Food is looking a little tight, but there's still a lot about to be harvested, so I'm not super worried. And then, to help out the animals, I'll try to figure out where the deadfall traps are going to be, but as a stopgap, I'll just stick a animal fence here, and that will keep them from wandering out. And then we can have them graze in a much wider zone. It's also probably going to be worth trying to get a... Maybe I'll put the detector here. And I'll look for a better spot than that. But that's a decent one. Turtle sandwich gets the plague. Gross. I am down to very little in the way of granite. I think I'm going to make a storage room now. Now that Fangface is snapped out of it. That will get me granite as a consequence. And that will help me finish the kill box. Because we're out of granite, and I don't think there's a lot of structures to break down made of granite. And I don't get a lot of bulk goods trades for granite, so we'll just get it that way. A little weird, but it'll work. Animal starvation. So we do have, let's fix this. That's, Witch, please build there. And this will fix our starvation, like, immediately, I think. Without having to, like, feed the meg. Oh, stop it. Because now I can open this up, and the ranch is a lot bigger. Let's not build this quite yet. That will come later. So there's a lot more grazing now, and it fixed it. Sweet. Oh, except for these don't have walls. Let's build those walls. Yeah, just realized. I'm surprised it didn't warn me about the little lack of a door. Because I have the barricade, I guess. Because, yeah, Colas is already on the wrong side. But that's easily ropeable. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld The Boundless Witch, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, viewers like you that support the channel, and everyone that made it out to the marathon in show of support. I hope to catch you on next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow survivors in the toxic wasteland.